Hey all, Tom here. Welcome back to another video on the Racing Joker channel. Hope you guys have been enjoying the Need for Speed content. YouTube has a few things to say about one of my videos, so I thought I'd just bring it. Student loan forgiveness. So as you guys know, I'm not a big fan of demonetization, just like any other YouTuber. Usually, the method of demonetization that YouTube will often use on me is copyright, which I've become rather adept at evading. As you guys can see, lots of monetized, green symbols, all very nice. Except for this video, Physics According to Need for Speed. It's a 4.5 minute long video. We'll watch a little bit of it to try and figure out what the heck is going on. Now, the limited ads here does not mean I've been flagged for copyright. Instead, I've been flagged because it has been manually reviewed, because I asked them to check a second time, and they doubled down on their weirdness, that it is not suitable for all advertisers, and the reason being, violence. I made the selection that there is no violence in my video because of my hopefully reasonable assessment. There isn't any. Now, their selection covers the following criteria. Violence would be, according to them, fleeting, graphic law enforcement without educational context, dead bodies with obvious injury or damage in educational or documentary settings. That doesn't really apply. There's no dead bodies. There's not even an implication of a dead body or a silhouette or anything like that. There's no non-graphic dead bodies, no display of blurred or body bags, corpses, and all that stuff. The mouse is really not working today. They're really pressed down to make it move. No educational intent. I'm not really trying to be educational. Edited video gameplay with some clips that focus on graphic violence. This isn't a video game. It's not graphic. It's not... There's no blood. There's no gore. There's no armed conflict. There's no weapons. There's no visible injuries. Granted, this video is not as extreme as other videos I've posted and other YouTubers before I use a whataboutism kind of argument that could potentially bite me in the ass, but because they also tried to get me for swearing, which I censor all the cursing and I try to cut out as much of it as possible. So let's look at all the footage in the video that isn't of me, unless if they're saying my actual commentary is violent and that my face is violent, which is just rude. So let's have a look. I mean, it's stunt driving, it's depiction of a dangerous act, but it is stunt driving in a fictional universe set in a fictional movie by trained professionals with stunt drivers. So there's no one in any actual danger that you need to worry about. So it's not like we're encouraging people to try this. No one is getting hurt. And I really just got to emphasize, this is a movie. This, for the most part, is not real. Yes, these are stunt drivers and this, that, and the other. But these are trained professionals. But this is also just not violence.
Dead man driving.
That's just the vertigo effect.
Kind of.
The vertigo effect is not violence. Oh, the violence is palpable. Okay, so maybe this is the violent part. But here's the thing. In this video, I do the commentary about how this is super dramatic and silly and not believable at all. I talk about how the physics of this crash makes no sense. You don't see this guy die. You don't see his body. You don't see anything silly like that. You know, because this is a movie for kids based on a racing video game franchise for kids. Obviously, they're not just going to have a straight up execution shot of a dead kid, you know, a minor. That's just not cool. Because we talk about how silly these spins are and all that sort of stuff. There's my face. This face is so violent. It makes me so uncomfortable. I'm going to call the president of the HOA and I'm going to get this person evicted. This son of a bitch. Like, also, I'm not trying to burn bridges with YouTube here. I'm just, for the sake of making content, I thought I'd make a video about this. Because I'm not 100% confident YouTube's even going to listen to me. Because this video still has limited ads, even after apparently a human looked at it and decided, yes, there is violence in this video. Like, so we have Spin Me Round, Right Round, Baby, or whatever the song is. So we have that crash, right? Right, so we have that joke there. And then we have the car on fire, all right? This could be considered a dangerous act, maybe, except there's no one actually in the vehicle being hurt by this, so that doesn't seem reasonable. And this isn't violent, because there's no guns, no beating people up, no actual harming of any people occurring here. This is just a car that's empty and was launched, make it look like it's rolling down this bridge. And we're making fun of the physics of this crash because it suddenly turns and then it hits a light pole for some reason. So it's just kind of like, is this really violent? This is just kind of a car being destroyed, and it's kind of just neat to watch. Like, it's action, not violence. Action. So we move on. I would say doing donuts in a Mustang. This doesn't seem particularly violent. It's pretty fucking sick, but that's not violent. I don't feel threatened by that. This is a sequence of a Mustang running away from the police. The guidelines say, what about law enforcement? Graphic law enforcement. Well, if anything, this you'd say this is graphically incompetent law enforcement, but it's just kind of like a Mustang doing stunts and going through the bushes. Yikes. Like, I don't even think we really see the cops. I mean, in case YouTube wasn't paying attention when they watched this 4.5-minute video, this isn't even real military personnel. This is just a helicopter prop thing and some fake pilots. So you don't need to worry about that. And then if I fast forward here, there's really no violence or much of anything going on at all, except a woman being traumatized because she's afraid of heights. And a really great Aaron Paul close-up. That's not what I meant to click on. I meant to do this. There we go. Much better. And then that's my end screen, where you can watch more of my other videos of people wrecking cars, more of that, stuff about climate change and how electric vehicles are stupid, and all that sort of stuff. I would say there's nothing violent about the video. I did actually send in, like, a fairly respectful email, see if we could get this cleared up, because sure, this video is not making me a ton of money. Like, I'll just show you here. Since published, this video has made me $11.79. Pretty inconsequential, but like in 3 years, when I'm hopefully doing a lot better, this video or a video like it could be worth, say, $1,000, which is basically 1 million views by kind of today's standards. If I get 1 million views on a video and then some goofball decides that something that isn't violent is violent and I lose a whole bunch of revenue, I'm going to be pretty mad. I'm going to lose out on almost $1,000 of revenue because they thought my video wasn't suitable for ads because they're not following the guidelines properly, or they have their own definition of violence, which is a bit unusual. So if that second evaluation truly was done by a human being, I don't know if they should be on the evaluation team, but that's just me. I know I'm not the only one that thinks like this, but, you know, you guys get what I'm saying. I just thought it was kind of strange. I thought I'd make this video, and see what you guys think. You know, am I being unreasonable? Was my video just wrought with violence and just totally unacceptable? Or, am I in the right here? Because this stuff is important to me. More important than it would be to most people. But I want my videos to do well. I want my hard work to actually pay off. You know, all that good stuff. So hopefully that gets resolved. I'll let you guys know when I get a response from the email. I don't think I got one. Take a look. Using good old Target Wi-Fi. I have not received anything new. So after manually reviewing your video, we have confirmed that it isn't suitable for all advertisers. And it's like, right, sure, okay. So you're saying my video has violence. It doesn't even tell me where in the video the violence is. Like, it doesn't specify. At least with a copyright claim, I can go and zero in on the copyrighted segment and trim it down so that it becomes acceptable and it's fair use. With this, I don't actually know what I did wrong. Someone just said you have violence in your video, and we're not going to tell you how to resolve that. We're just going to let you deal with this, which is not helpful at all. So, yeah. Just a little insight into behind the scenes. I didn't think I'd have many more videos left for November. I thought I would give you this little insight. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'm Tom the Racing Joker. I hopefully will not have more videos like this. Hopefully this gets resolved. I'll let you guys know. I'll do a follow-up if anything happens. I promise. All right, take it easy, everyone. Bye-bye.